He sings that gorgeous new song, God, Turn It Around, and he's with us today. Jon Reddick, welcome to Spirit 105.3. Hi.
What's going on, you all?
We love your song. That's what's going on.
Wow, thank you all so much. That's humbling. I appreciate that.
It's so good because it's a reminder that God is the God of the 180. He can turn things around. So what's your favorite God did a 180 story?
Honestly, I feel like he turns it around. Every day there's something new. I remember a moment where I was in the mindset that God can do it, but I didn't know if he would do it.
Yes.
I was chasing down the supermoon. It was going to be in San Francisco, so I had driven from Sacramento to San Francisco. I met this stranger, 4 o'clock in the morning. We're the only ones trying to walk across the bridge so we can take pictures of the supermoon. And he starts telling me about all these different things that he's experimented with spiritually. And I was just like, wow, I don't know where I am or what's going on. Almost at the end of our time, I remember he started weeping and he just said, when I came this morning, I was about to throw my camera in the water and then I was about to jump. And I had never been in a conversation where someone was so adamant about what they were about to do as far as taking their lives. In that moment, I got to share Jesus with him. And actually, this was a few years ago. To this day, he messages me on the exact day every year.
Wow.
No, and I was like, God, that was one of those moments where he showed me how specific and intricate he is, how he's so detailed, because it took me a lot of different hoops and things to get to that point. But that moment was the moment that I needed to see God was a very detailed God, and he wants to do. It's far beyond what we may know, but he's still wanting to do it. He's weaving a thread.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
Jon, that's incredible. So as we're getting to know you for the first time, we want to take an intro class, like Jon Reddick 101. What are the basics we need to know?
Let's see. I love Jesus.
Yes.
That's number one. Oh, man. I love him because he shows how he first loved me in so many ways. I have 3 amazing kids, and they keep me laughing every day, and so it's a joy to get to share with them. I'm a worship pastor at a church in Franklin, Tennessee called Church of the City. I'm one of the worship pastors there, and so I get a blessed opportunity to worship with people, the same group of people every week, and so that's an honor to be able to hear stories, almost like ground zero on what's going on in different people's lives. As we try to write songs, we're not just trying to write songs that sound good. We've been blessed to be around people who are telling us some of the things that God has done for them, or even some of the struggles that they're going through. So God has put us in a blessed opportunity to be able to sit in these stories in the lives of our friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool. We're just loving your voice. I'm already singing your song at home when I wake up, down the hall here at the radio station. But I got to tell you, I've got this small bone to pick with you because you got 2 of the greatest gifts known to man. Not only can you sing, but you're an artist too. You've got talent.
Thanks, Erica.
You're welcome. We love your work. It's beautiful. So what is it like being a painter?
I call it beautiful distractions. I feel like a lot of us creatives, we get distracted at things. So it's kind of like you get writer's block and you go paint something. You get painter's block and you go write something. I don't know, but
Okay, that's awesome.
But it's really different. I feel like it's a different side of my brain when I paint, actually. But sometimes I'll just be having a long list of songs from whatever I'm painting, something in that area. So if I painted Ray Charles one time, and so I just went through his entire discography as I'm painting him, and there's this weird thing that happens where you feel like you're actually experiencing his life while you're painting, and then you get to hear music that you never heard before. So I've done that with a lot of different things. So that's fun. It's fun to get to do it.
That's awesome. With the whole world kind of focused on what's going on in Ukraine, have you had any thoughts that have hit you about that whole situation and the whole world watching?
It's interesting, kind of the last 2 years. I feel like they talk about how trauma and things like that kind of help people build intimacy. When people go through something together, they build this intimacy. And I feel like there's almost not just national, but just a global intimacy that's being built as we've been going through things these last 2 years. And so my prayer is that God keeps building humanity together. I think that's the thing that I keep building. And the thing that I keep thinking about and praying about is that where humanity is being ripped, we're also being pulled together to fight for life, and keep believing together that God is doing something and that he will. So I've been praying a lot.
Yeah. Jon, that's powerful. You said you're a father of 3, and I'm wondering, I mean, you can't escape these images of war, of these precious refugees. Are you having conversations at home in your living room around the kitchen table with your kids?
Yeah, we've been talking about this, and it's sad. I got a chance to read this book called Voice of the Heart from Chip Dodd, and it's really a book that helps you to walk through emotions, like these core emotions. So one of the things that I've been doing over the last few years is just trying to help my kids like lean into their emotions, not just the cerebral or the mental part of things, but also what you're feeling inside, and to be open about that. And so with that, kind of builds this desire to feel others and kind of understand what other kids are going through around the world. So yeah, we've talked a lot about that and how we feel about that, and it's one of our prayers that we pray at night.
That's an awesome approach. I really like that. Jon, we would love for you to be a part of our Easter show that's coming up in just a few weeks now.
What just overwhelms you and blows you away most about the Easter story?
I was just thinking about this the other day. It keeps unfolding. The same exact story. It's great. You know, they say the Bible is living. It's living and breathing because it keeps unfolding. Even though we know this story, as we watch, as we grow, as we get older and mature in different things, we just keep seeing how God has really, how gracious he's been, especially being parents. We get to either show grace to kids or we get to, you know.
Yes. Yep.
But it's like, wow. I was thinking about that the other day, how he just didn't stop. He could have stopped, but he didn't stop. I mean, the sacrifices that he was taking and the lashes that he was taking, that he took them for us, that always overwhelms me. I love the resurrection part of the story, but I also love sitting in everything that was before the resurrection because it helps me remember how crucial it is. I got a chance to go to Israel one time, and I remember as we were going over this mountain, all of a sudden I saw the Sea of Galilee, and it took my breath away. My eyes were welling up because I couldn't believe that I was in a place that Jesus actually walked around and lived and ministered, and I don't know, I don't even know if I can explain all the feelings that were in that, but yeah.
We get it. Steve and I were talking this morning about how you can be overwhelmed in 2 ways. One where everything is a mess, and the other where you are just filled with so much love and awe that you don't know where to put it.
Yes, that's true.
Jon Reddick, we can't wait for your next song. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you all. I really appreciate that. It's great to be able to talk to you all. So thank you for even allowing this time to happen.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking the time, and we're really excited to have your song on the air.
Thank you all for playing it. I'm excited about that. So
You bet.
Thank you all so much.